Imagine this. A glamorous Bulgarian-German entrepreneur steps onto the stage at Wembley Arena in front of 10,000 screaming fans. She's promising to make you rich with the Bitcoin killer. $4 billion later, she boards a cheap Ryanair flight from Sofia to Athens and vanishes into thin air. This is the unbelievable true story of Dr. Ruja Ignatova, the self-proclaimed crypto queen, one of the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives, a mastermind behind one of the biggest financial scams in history. And right now, the US government is offering up to $5 million for information leading to her arrest. Stick around, because this isn't just another crypto horror story. This is a tale of greed, genius deception, plastic surgery rumors, armed guards, and a disappearance that has baffled investigators for nearly a decade. Welcome to the dark underbelly of fake crypto, and why Ruja Ignatova might still be living like a queen somewhere out there. Ruja Ignatova was born on May 30th, 1980, in Ruse, Bulgaria. Her family, of Romani heritage, moved to Germany when she was just 10 years old, settling into a modest apartment in Schramberg. Her father was a mechanical engineer, her mother a nursery teacher. From the start, Ruja was brilliant. She excelled in school, studied law, earned a PhD in private international law from the University of Constance, and even landed a gig at the prestigious McKinsey & Company. She spoke English, German, and Bulgarian fluently. On paper, she was the immigrant success story everyone dreams of. But behind the polished CV, something darker was brewing. By 2014, the crypto boom was exploding. Bitcoin was making headlines. Ruja saw an opportunity, not to build something real, but to sell a dream. She founded OneCoin Limited in Bulgaria, partnering with co-founder Sebastian Greenwood, and later pulling in her own brother, Konstantin Ignatov. She branded it as the Bitcoin killer, simpler, safer, and ready to revolutionize finance. Buy OneCoin today, she told crowds, and watch your future explode. Little did investors know, there was no real blockchain, no decentralized ledger, just a fancy website where numbers went up because someone typed them in. Here's how the genius and evil of OneCoin worked. It wasn't just a fake coin, it was a classic pyramid scheme dressed up in crypto clothing. Investors bought packages, starter kits, trader packs, up to tycoon levels costing thousands of dollars. These weren't just coins. They came with educational materials on crypto trading. But the real money? Commissions for recruiting new victims. Ruja's team used multi-level marketing, MLM, tactics perfected by experienced pyramid sellers. They flooded seminars, online webinars, and events worldwide. In the US, Europe, Asia, even churches and poor communities, anyone chasing the next big thing. Between late 2014 and 2016 alone, over 3.5 million people from more than 100 countries handed over more than $4 billion. Early investors got paid with money from the new ones. The value of OneCoin skyrocketed on their internal dashboard, but you couldn't actually trade it on any real exchange. Ruja privately joked about it in emails as the bitch of Wall Street meets MLM. OneCoin had no public blockchain. A single database admin could change balances at will. As one insider later testified, it was all smoke and mirrors. Victims lost everything. Families sold homes, took loans, drained retirement savings. One Scottish woman lost £220,000 with friends and family. Lives ruined while Ruja jetted between luxury penthouses in London and private yachts. By 2016, Ruja was unstoppable. June 2016, she headlines Wembley Arena in London, hyping OneCoin as the future. Fans chanted her name like a rock star. She drove Ferraris, wore designer everything, and lived the billionaire life she promised others. But cracks were showing. Central banks in Croatia, Latvia, Sweden, and Norway issued warnings. Germany's BaFin slapped cease and desist orders. Blockchain experts like Bjorn Bjerke exposed it publicly. This has no blockchain. It's fake. Ruja doubled down. She scheduled a huge investor event in Lisbon for October 2017 to explain everything. But she never showed up. On October 25, 2017, just days after a U.S. indictment was unsealed, Ruja Ignatova boarded a Ryanair flight from Sofia, Bulgaria to Athens, Greece. That was the last confirmed sighting. She was officially charged with wire fraud, securities fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, and more. Her co-conspirators weren't so lucky. Sebastian Greenwood got 20 years in a U.S. prison. Her brother Konstantin pleaded guilty and turned on the family. The FBI added her to the 10 most wanted list in 2022. Reward? Originally $250,000, now jacked up to $5 million under the Transnational Organized Crime Rewards Program. Why is she still free? Investigators say she likely had plastic surgery, travels with armed guards, and uses fake passports, possibly German. Sightings have popped up in the UAE, Eastern Europe, Russia, even Cape Town, South Africa, as recently as 2024, reports from German investigators. Some Bulgarian reports claim she was murdered in 2018 on a yacht in the Ionian Sea by organized crime figures tied to the scam body, dismembered and dumped. But the FBI and German police still operate under the assumption she's alive. No body, no proof. The fallout? Devastating. Over $4 billion stolen, some estimates higher. Victims formed class action lawsuits. In 2024, UK courts issued global asset freezes on Ruja's hidden millions in Guernsey shell companies and luxury London properties. OneCoin promoters are still out there scamming in some corners of the world. Ruja's inner circle, including ex-spy advisor Frank Schneider, faced their own charges. This case exposed how crypto hype on MLM greed plus weak regulation equals disaster. It predated the big NFT and meme coin crashes, but the lessons are the same. If it sounds too good to be true, and there's no verifiable blockchain, run. Today, Ruja Ignatova, the CryptoQueen, remains one of the most elusive white-collar fugitives alive. Billionaire lifestyle? Probably, but the net is closing. With a $5 million bounty, international manhunts, and victims still fighting for justice, someone out there knows where she is. If you have any information, no matter how small, contact the FBI or your local authorities. Tips can be anonymous. What do you think happened to her? Is she sipping cocktails in Cape Town with a new face? Or was she silenced by the very criminals she partnered with? Drop your theories in the comments below. If you love deep dive true crime and crypto scam stories, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Next up, another massive fugitive case from the list. Stay safe out there, and remember, in crypto, verify everything, or become the next victim. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.